How to be an awesome business analyst, a blog by Adaptive US. All of us want to be awesome BAs, there's no doubt about it. We spend decades of our life in performing the role of business analyst. But how do we become an awesome BA? In this blog, we will give you a step-by-step approach about how one can become an awesome BA. But before we begin, the first thing is, who is an awesome BA? One who is extremely competent, one who has ability to make great impact on his or her organization and client, one who of course has very happy and satisfied stakeholders, and the fourth one would be one who maintains a balanced professional and personal goals. So is there any way one can become an awesome BA in about a year's time? Let's take a look and what we can do about it. So let's understand what are the key elements that we need to take care of to become awesome BAs. One, of course, is BA process knowledge. Two, honing our behavioral skills. Three, honing our technology skills. Four, having great domain knowledge. And fifth, getting ourselves recognized as a proficient and competent BA. So let's start with the process and how do we go about it, and let's create an action plan. So first, in the action plan, it's a simple 4-step process. The first step being starting with an assessment. Where do we stand today? The second one is planning our future. Third, executing the plan. Fourth, to reassess where we have reached and where we still lack, which we need to improve. Now, obviously, for assessment, you need a tool. And one of the simplest tools that I'm going to show you is with our platform called succeed.net. So let me log into the platform and let me log out from the faculty login and go to one of your logins. These logins are free to create, there is no charge, and they're free forever. So go ahead and do it. The assessment questionnaire is free, there is no charge, so feel free. So now we go to questions and we go to the last one, assessments. And if you look at assessments, I'll take the assessment quickly for you. It's a very simple assessment. It is not rocket science. Only thing, you have to be true to the answer. That's it. Okay. Suppose I know the process somewhat to learn industry knowledge. I know my roles and responsibilities reasonably well. I know how to develop industry knowledge, organization knowledge. Say I have read Babok at a high level. You can answer as you like, and I'll go to question 47. I don't have time to go through each one. So let's go to 47, then 48, 49, and then 50. As we come to 50, you hit the evaluate button and it gives you a comprehensive report on your current strengths and weaknesses. So if you go down, it kind of has a cover letter. It gives you the question, what could be the best possible answer? What did you give? And it also tells you what you can study to make this aspect better. Okay, so all that, it gives you ideas. Then it also gives you a spider chart about how you scored and all that. So of course, I did not attempt the entire question set, so it looks very poor. I trust most of you would do much better than me in this sample test. So this, you can keep it for yourself and take a look. and make sure that you are following the process properly. Then, of course, we will find areas which are good, which are not so good. So if you're scoring below 60% on an area, this is something that you have to pay immediate attention and make sure that you are improving that area very, very urgently. If you're scoring above 90, you're probably already a champion in that area. Then we talked about the BA process area. How do we get the process resources? So one of the good resource we have is Babok. I trust many of you are already members of IIBA. If not, do go ahead and register yourself as a member. It has fantastic resources that you can use. And then for those of you who are starting your career as a new BA, I would recommend you to look at the IIBA Global Business Analysis Core Standard, which is again a fantastic document. It's about 50 page, and in a nutshell, it describes what a BA needs to know, at least from a task perspective. We do have a Babok based study guide, which is pretty much a summarized version of Babok, which also will come in handy, and you get that study guide once you're a member of the training program. Then we also offer you a lot of templates that you can use as part of your BA work. And these templates are available in Succeed. So if I just go to Succeed again, oh, I went to the assessment report. I trust I closed the Succeed platform. One second, let me log in again and log in using the faculty login. Or even if I go here, I go to library, I will be able to see the list of templates that you get as part of your training packages. So there are a lot of information which is helpful, a lot of templates which you can go and use in your work. Then coming to behavioral resources, Babok is a bit weak on the behavioral resource side. So take a look at IIBA Digital Library, and it has many good books. And these are two recommended books that we have provided to you, which can be very helpful for you as a BA. Then there are many free and trial tools which you can use, and some of these tools will give you a lot of legs up in your work. So one of the tools we strongly recommend is Bizazi BPM Modeler, which is free and it produces fantastic business process models. Pencil, again another prototyping tool. You also get a trial access to Lucid Chart, which is a very nice charting tool for business analysts. Then of course you have nice paid tools as well, Jira, Balsamic, MSVCO. The good part is if you are an adaptive training member, especially if you are part of Adaptive's advanced plans, you do get access to these tools as well. Okay. Then as business analysts on technology side, we need to stay ahead of the curve. A lot of things have changed over the last decade. Social media has come into being, they have become very powerful. Mobility has become norm of the day. Analytics has made huge inroads. AI is making big impact on companies. And of course, IoT is going to make a huge difference to many, many sectors. So here is one small visual that we have put, and this visual tells you the top 10 things that you expect to impact businesses quite a lot. The first one being Internet of Things, 2 artificial intelligence, 3 5G, 4 serverless computing, 5 blockchain, 6 robotics, 7 biometrics, 8 3D printing, 9 VR AR, and 10 being drones. Then coming to artificial intelligence, it's very interesting to observe that AI is not something that is only applicable to large companies. Even a company of adaptive size, which is a fairly lean organization, we have used AI features such as translation, speech to text, text to speech to create our content. In fact, you can attempt succeed in many languages. I can just show you. So, for example, if somebody knows Spanish, then you can actually take it in Spanish as well and just log in. It gives you a note. And if I go to questions, I can actually take the questions in Spanish as well, German, French. There are many other languages, and all this is possible through implementation of AI technologies. And this is free, it's not something we purchased, and I trust many of you can benefit from this particular technology. Then there are a lot of domain resources. I would recommend some of them. The IIBA Digital Library continues to be a great resource base. Another document that we always recommend is EPQC PCF. This is again freely downloadable, and we are going to quickly see what is EPQC PCF. Let it open. And if you see here, the EPQC PCF describes in a nutshell what every organization does. And in fact, this is called the cross-industry framework. And there are industry-specific frameworks as well, like banking, education, aviation, petroleum. There are many other variants of EPQC PCF available, and they are a great start for you to learn something about a different domain. Okay, and the good part about the EPQC PCF is it not only gives you the high level tasks, it also goes down to the fourth level of detail. As business analysts, many often we are actually kind of automating some of these tasks for our stakeholders, for our clients. Then the open source application security guide is again a great framework, especially if you're building critical applications. Last but not the least, we should get recognized for our competence, and there's no better place than IIBA. And if you see, IIBA has a good number of certification schemes available now compared to 2 years back when there were only 2. Now we have 6. ECBA for entry-level BAs, ECBA Plus for somebody who wants to practice along with ECBA, CCBA is for mid-level BAs, CBAP is for senior BAs. Then there are 2 certifications which are very new, AAC which is for agile analysis and CBDA which is for data analyst stream. So depending on where do you stand, what's your career goal, what your customers are looking for, or your organization is looking for, do take a look and pick any of the certification that you find interesting. And obviously, we would request you to come back and reassess yourself. We would be updating the assessment framework at least once in a year so that we can keep it up to date and current. And then you can keep checking yourself if I am on the right track or do I need to improve any of these areas. Thank you.